This is how my mom exploited me for money as a child and simultaneously subjected me to years of verbal, financial, and of course, physical abuse.
If somebody were to delete all the videos on my channel, I ain't gonna lie, mama, I'm gonna start talking to you like this, bruh.
After everything I did for you, you not gonna talk to me. You did this to me. You ended my
Where you at,
My
Berto?
experience as a child YouTuber. This one really caught my attention because it's not very often we get people coming out and telling us their experience growing up as a famous content creator as a kid, and then now having to deal with the consequences or maybe the benefits of what that actually comes with. You know, we've seen a lot of content creators crash, you know, growing up as an adult actor in, you know, like Disney or Nick. But I feel like when it comes to child YouTube stars, this is a new phenomenon that is kind of just starting to happen now, where the kids are getting older on the internet in real time, and they're just now getting old enough to kind of talk about this stuff. So this one caught my attention. Let's get right into it. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Join the Twitch stream so you never miss a live stream reaction. That's Where You At, Berto. Come on, let's go.
This is how my mom exploited me for money as a child and simultaneously subjected me to years of verbal, financial, and of course, physical abuse. Okay, so I wasn't going to talk about this again, but due to my unfortunate luck and my lack of cybersecurity, my own mother decided to log into this account using my brother's iPad, which used to be mine, which is why the account was on there, and decided to wipe every single video that I had on this channel.
Oh, damn. Hell nah, mama. Man, if somebody were to delete all the videos on my channel, I ain't gonna lie, mama, I'm giving you the Franklin Saint treatment. We not even gonna gloss over that, bro. I'm gonna start talking to you like this, bro. I'm about to start talking to you like this. Y'all seen this scene with Franklin Saint talking to his mom in jail?
Look at me, I'm in trouble. All I got left is the house. So I need to sell it because I need the cash. Even though I bought it for you. So look, I got some documents that I just need you to sign them. I just need you to sign ownership over to me.
Watch this, watch this, watch this.
Okay. Mama, listen to me. I'm sorry, but you're never getting out of here.
Oh my God.
Okay, that's the facts. So, just sign the paperwork and
Mama,
and
if you delete my videos, bro, this how I'm coming.
Mama. What kind of fucking mother are you? You're not gonna fucking talk to me. Huh? This is all your fucking fault. You ended my fucking life.
After everything I fucking did for you, you not gonna fucking talk to me. You did this to me. You ended my fucking life. And you're throwing your fucking head off. Fuck you. You fucking did this shit to me. You did this shit to me. You fucking did this. You ended my fucking life. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you.
Hey, just know, I love you, mama, I love you. But boy, you delete everything on my channel? Why?
Related to this topic or her, so I'm talking about this yet again and filling you guys in on everything without the sugar-coated, what I thought was respectful language that I used in the last video.
Go watch Snowfall if you haven't.
So let's start because I am sick of talking about this over and over again. I have a script in hand, so I don't miss anything, as you can tell, but just know that everything that I say is all my words. Here's the rundown. My mom and I have always had a rocky relationship, and it just got worse and worse as the years went on. In 2016, I finally had permission to make a YouTube channel called Jessalyn Grace. I posted consistently thanks to the help of my mom and reached 1.5 million subscribers in 2018, which is when I hit my peak. In doing YouTube, I had to deal with years of verbal abuse and sometimes physical abuse whenever I would make a video. My mom controlled...
Physical abuse for YouTube is crazy. Go, did you guys watch that one family from Utah? There was this one family in Utah. I don't remember. If you know what I'm talking about, chat, put it in the chat or on YouTube comments. But there was this one woman that had a family channel in Utah, and she was doing disgusting things to her kids for her content, and nobody knew.
What I posted.
They did a documentary on it on Netflix. It's crazy, bro.
And what I would say on camera. Everything had to be perfect and fake. If I misspoke, said the wrong line, or made the wrong face,
Somebody look it up, please.
she would scream and shout at me.
Look it up, Yellow,
And I
so
was
I can
11
tell
getting
YouTube.
called a fucking bitch because I
know they're
wasn't
from
able to say
Utah.
things correctly on camera after being fed lines of words 2 minutes before the camera would roll. But it didn't matter because my mom wanted the money. We needed the money. And at the time, I wanted to help my family out as much as possible. In high school, I was extremely burnt out.
Imagine having all that responsibility on your back in middle school. No, that's not what YouTube channels are for. The money's good, man, but no kid in middle school should feel the burden of having to pay the family bills, bro. It should strictly be for fun, and if the money comes with it, great, beautiful. But come on, man.
And my mom became more hands-off when I became extremely unmotivated and hated making videos. As a kid, you don't really think that what your parents do is ill-intended, and to this day, I know for a fact that my mom truly wanted me to succeed. She just went about it the wrong way. And I didn't realize that there were two forms of abuse happening. I honestly had no concept of the money I was earning, how much things I showed on camera costs, and the random designer goods that would appear in the closet. I also didn't know that only a fraction of it was going towards my savings, my college fund. It never occurred to me that years of work weren't being saved for me, besides the 15% that I'd only get from professional shoots.
The family channel in Utah is 8 passengers and the mom is Ruby Frank. Yes, bro. That situation is crazy. I'm talking about she was on some cult-like shit, locking her kids up in the basement type shit. Like, bro, go watch that documentary on Netflix about that YouTube family channel. 8 passengers. Scary. Chilling.
And even then, that was rare. Since being in college, fully supporting myself, it feels so discouraging to know that no one thought or advocated to set me up for better financial standing, especially
you,
knowing
Pig
that I
Boba.
wanted to go to a 4-year university. My dream school was Stanford, for years. And the fact that my mom was behind the wipes of both of my channels, knowing that they were my only sources of income, is insane.
Wow.
I am a self-supporting college student receiving no financial help from someone who had me as their sole provider for years.
Why did you do this, Mom? Out of bitterness? Because it was time for her to collect the money and it all go to her and not you, Mama? Did you not profit enough when she was underage?
My mom's a spender. I'm sure most of my income went into her extensive handbag collection, as you can see here. The account is now private, but these screenshots are from that account. Again, very extensive collection. Now she spends her time purchasing Labubus and handbags for her Labubus. I'll
Hell
hide that
no.
account for her sake, so you guys don't harass it, but here are the screenshots of that. It's funny that she was able to spend so much money on handbags, clothes, furniture, but when it came to setting me up for financial success, we were suddenly not doing so well, or didn't have enough money. If I remember correctly, we had more than enough for your classic flaps, your brooches, your jewelry, and what about the close to 80 grand wedding you chose to throw while having an affair? She left my father in 2021. Was cheating on him with her high school classmate, who was also my stepdad, and I knew about this affair before my parents decided to drop thousands and thousands of my earnings on a grand wedding. My stepdad was invited to and showed up to it while being in a relationship with my mom. And I wasn't going to blast this on the internet, but Mom, you did take away my only sources of income twice. What kind of mom has such disregard and hatred for a daughter who has only given her respect that she probably doesn't deserve? A daughter who took care of and loved your other children, and spent years making content that you controlled and signed contracts that you decided, only to save little to nothing when I turned 18. And yet you still have the audacity to say that I'm being brainwashed, I'm being fed lies, that I'm lying. So here's
Yeah, that is true, Juke. It is sad now that we live in a space where kids literally are not kids, but some people are only having kids just so they can make content and make money from them. It's no longer, hey, let's have kids to start a family and love and raise these children to be the most amazing people that we can possibly allow them to be. No, it's so we can milk them for content. Again, bro, as a content creator, I'm not going to sit here and talk shit on the idea of kids making content, because it can be a beautiful thing if managed correctly. It can be an outlet for, kids to be creative and have fun. But money, that's why they say money's the root of all evil. And it's like, while I don't necessarily want to agree with that, but money does change people sometimes, because it will just flip their whole world, like the greed of it all. It makes people lose themselves sometimes. But then there's another theory that money doesn't change you. It just makes you more of what you already are. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I align with that more than anything. Y'all let me know what y'all think though.
Here's how the rest of the video is going to go, along with some screenshots and other receipts. You should have left me alone, left my content alone.
What's good,
and I
Lily?
wouldn't have to resort to this, but it is, so that's just the consequences of your actions. And I remember you were always such a big believer in karma. To make things sweet and simple, my mom and I argued literally about everything. Nothing I said or did would make her feel better. In fact, everything I did irked her. For example, Mom, when I was bedridden for 2 weeks, I couldn't stand up without fainting. I had a persistent fever, I couldn't eat on my own, and I couldn't function and get out of bed. You were angry at me the whole time, and I thought it was because I was sick. And
you really should think about what's more important here. I'm not going to read all of this, but you should really think about what's more important here, or have more consideration towards people who should value than your friends. You really have no conscience at all. Clean and organize your stuff. I should have never said you can go, but I was feeling sorry for you. Observe you didn't deserve it after the talk. There's no feeling of an apology or remorse from you because you weren't even listening to me. All right, without the context of this argument, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Anyways, my bad.
Unable to take care of my siblings. I thought maybe you were just mad at me for being sick in general, and being sick was just a burden to you. And turns out you were mad at this Instagram post. I wrote this caption, and I want you guys to read it and see if you can find anything wrong with it. The thing wrong with this...
Oh, I thought she was going to read it. Let's see. Hi, I'm Jesseline. Jesseline? I don't want to butcher her name, but whatever. I'm Jay Grace, a content creator, singer, actress, full-time student, and most importantly, Miss Lano San Diego 2024. It is truly an honor to be crowned Miss Solano Diego, blah, blah, blah. Being a part of the last year's pageant was such a meaningful experience. What is wrong with this? I hope girls who want to gain and build a valuable life skills. So she was just happy that she won a pageant or some shit? Berto still can't read? I know. We're not here for my reading skills. We're here to understand what's going on.
The thing wrong with this caption is that I didn't thank my mom. I didn't mention her in this caption, where the director or the person making this post asked me for my experience on competing. That is why I was sick for so long, dehydrated, couldn't walk or stand up, and my mom refused to help me because of this Instagram post. This was obviously a pattern. My mom wanted recognition and would blow up if she didn't receive it. Same thing if I had a problem that involved her, it would always be me who wound up apologizing because I wasn't regarding her feelings. Well, even months after moving out, when I made my previous video that got taken down, when I made it, all I was thinking was how to say the right things regarding her feelings. And she still didn't take it well. Mom, you can still paint yourself as someone who gets stepped on by her children, and there would be nothing I can do or say to prevent that. In fact, whenever we would argue, it would lead to me being grounded, sometimes for months at a time. The only way I could get out of my punishment was if I showed my respect to her by posting YouTube videos. Some of the videos you guys might have watched from my old channel weren't out of free will, but to get me out of a punishment.
Wow.
Summer after senior year, I was getting ready to go to UC Berkeley. I had graduated from high school and had a lot of things to look forward to. My mom did not want me to go to college so far away. In fact, during the application process, she repeatedly expressed her belief that I wouldn't get into a good college.
Why?
I would be struggling in college in terms of finances, and that I should just...
Why should I be struggling financially? I got 1 million subscribers on YouTube, Mom. I shouldn't be struggling with shit financially.
Stay in Fresno or go to Fresno State or community college and become a nurse. Something that makes money. In fact, during the application process, I had her write me a letter addressed to my counselor so that she could write me a letter of recommendation. My mom ultimately told me that she had nothing to write because she didn't know what good qualities I had.
Damn.
Once we made a trip to the Bay, this was before I got into Berkeley, by the way, I wanted to visit the campus because I had just sent in my UC applications.
Shout out to her for still wanting to go to college.
Because I probably wouldn't get into a school like UC Berkeley anyways. So yeah, she wasn't happy when I got in. She didn't want me to leave, and she expressed that with control. My curfew was now 8 p.m. I could barely go out. I had to ask weeks in advance if I could hang out with friends, and if it was too last minute, the answer would be no. Even though I had already graduated high school and I was going to Berkeley in the fall, I had my license and everything, but I was still being treated like a middle schooler. And at this point, we were still arguing every day. Heated arguments, too. Then came the incident that caused me to move out. My mom's curling iron was missing one day. She assumed that either me or my sister lost it, and so we spent all day looking for it while my parents were out on a day trip. I still couldn't find the iron, so when my mom comes back, she's absolutely livid. She cussed me out, cussed my sister out, again, livid over this iron. Then she finds it in my sister's closet, broken. My sister hid it after she broke it and then lied about knowing where it was. It's stupid, yes, but my sister was also in middle school at the time. I was exhausted at this point. I'd spent all day taking care of my two siblings. It was around 1 or 2 a.m., so I went to my room. And then my mom yells at me to come out because she needed to have a talk with the family. AKA, talk to only me. She started yelling about how I had no respect, and I was fed up, and I was really tired, so I argued back. And when I did, she proceeded to slap me, shove me, and scream. I told her she couldn't hit me anymore
No respect because I don't want to make no fucking YouTube videos?
because I'm 18. Then she grabbed this wooden mallet, as seen in the photo, and tried swinging at me with it.
Now, in the context of this story, that is terrible. But I ain't gonna lie, just being a young black Jamaican nigga, I done had a couple broomsticks on the back before. And that was just normal shit. I'm not gonna lie. I've definitely had a broomstick broken on my back before. Just being honest. And I don't think nothing of it either. But in the context of this situation, this is bad. This is bad.
Mind you, I didn't even break this frickin' iron. After that, she took my laptop, my phone, everything and anything I could use to contact someone with, so I wouldn't tell anybody what happened. And when I got my devices back, I told my now godbrother Joseph what happened, and I left shortly after that. I didn't tell them I was leaving, I just left, which is why she's blown up these last few months, and has done anything in her power to make my life harder. Honestly, it's just really annoying to deal with. And I don't want to talk about this anymore, and I try to avoid the topic as much as possible, but it does seem like she wants a reaction out of me, so Mom, here is me reacting. Also, here are the messages she sent me the morning she found out I left. Not really concerned, just angry. Needed me to watch my brother, didn't really care. After I made the video that got taken down, she made this written response public on her Facebook. And after reading it, I genuinely laughed. I laughed because here she was writing this as a concerned, loving mother, writing this as if I went rogue completely out of nowhere. And it's just, I don't know, if you really meant all of it, why did you take down every single post about me? Why did you take down the post of me in front of a Beamer that you bought with my earnings and pretend that you got it for me? You literally wrote on the caption, because she deserves it. And yet I was never allowed to drive. I had to ask friends and classmates for rides back home from school. This isn't me accusing you of abuse. This is me telling the truth about the abuse. You exploited me and I let it happen. And I didn't realize it until I got older because I was your child. I am your child. And as a mom, you had a responsibility you couldn't fulfill. And that's the clarity that I needed. So I'm sorry to you guys for witnessing this whole mess. I can't recover the old videos, unfortunately, but new content will come out once I get my bearings straight. But for now, here's a really summarized version of the old video that I posted, along with some information that I decided to leave out. But anyways, thank you all for listening, and I'll see you guys later.
Yo, she's so calm because she's been dealing with this shit, man. Wow. I'm rooting for you, girl. First vid back, 1 million+ views. Or maybe not her first vid back, but first vid without her mom doing her own thing. I hope, you know what's crazy? I was gonna say, I hope that she continues her content journey and, you know, it's able to fund her life away from her mom. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't want anything to do with content at all, bro. It's probably why she wanted to go to college. She's like, I'm straight, bro. I've been doing this content shit this whole time. My mom's just been exploiting me. She probably hates it, bro. Her mom probably made her hate that shit. It's really, really sad. But, you know, much love and respect out to her, man. And, you know, I really hope that she's able to just kind of stabilize from her situation. It sounds like she's just doing her own thing now. She's very well spoken. She seems like she has a good head on her shoulders. And it doesn't even look like we can go back and see the other content because she said it was deleted. But I'm just leaving her thing up on the screen right here so you guys can go show some support for her if you you know, deem like you want to do that. And the link to her original video will be in the description. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Where you at, family, man? Very sad situation, but we've seen things like this happen time and time again.
Where you at, Berto? I made this shit look too easy.